Rays have completed the first 50 games of the 2010 campaign with the best record in the big leagues. Today, right-hander James Shields goes to the hill in search of victory number 6, taking on the Chicago White Sox in the wrap-up game of this 4-game set. This afternoon, Tropicana Field, the place to be for Family Fun Day, and the youngsters picking up their Carlos Pena figurine toothbrush holders. Wrap-up game of the homestand here as the Rays beat the Chicago White Sox in the final game of this 4-game series. Hi again, everyone. Welcome to an afternoon of Rays baseball with Kevin Kennedy. I'm Dwayne Stats. Great to have you aboard. Don Callis along. In just a few moments, Brian Anderson part of this coverage, and so is Whit Watson. Most of all, it's great to have you looking in. Last night, the Rays got what they've been looking for quite some time. Good offense, a homestand high, 8 runs and 11 hits. Evan Longoria, who's been so consistent, was the first to put the Rays on the board.
Yeah, Evan's been steady all season long. There's no question about that. He's going to be the starting third baseman in the American League for the All-Star game, no doubt about it. But last night, it started with Evan, big double down the line to get on the board for the Rays early as Carl Crawford scores. But you see versus the White Sox, 11 for 35, 8 runs scored, the 11 hits and the extra base hits. Also contributing was B.J. Upton with the home run. This was huge. This was the breakout hit and opened the game for the Rays. A big 2-out, 2-strike double right there that cleared the bases by Carlos Pena going the other way and using the field. And we saw more of that last night than we have the previous few games of this homestand. Guys trying to go the other way a little bit.
One of the reasons the Rays have had first place for 38 consecutive days is their starting pitching. James Shields goes to the mound here this afternoon. Always one of the top innings eaters, always one of the top control pitchers, but also now one of the top strikeout guys in the American League.
I truly consider James a #1 type pitcher now because he's got a little bit better mechanics that he talked about. He's tinkered with those a little bit more directional toward home plate. It's created a little bit more life on his fastball and more depth on his great changeup. He's not using the cutter too extensively, just at the right times. And he also is using his overhand curveball. So the last 6 starts, ERA is 2.44. You look at the numbers right there. But the strikeouts per 9 are up right now, and that's really big. So he's been outstanding for the Rays.
And the pitching matchup, James Shields will be opposed by the former Cy Young Award winner from his time in the National League with the Padres. Jake Peavy makes the start for the Chicago White Sox this afternoon. Coming up, more on the Rays broadcast auction for charity. Todd Callis will be in charge of all the action, so stay with us for that, not only in just a few moments, but throughout this afternoon's game.
It is a Sunday afternoon of Memorial Day weekend. Glad you could spend part of your holiday weekend with us as we get you ready for the Rays and the White Sox. It is also the Rays broadcast auction. We are just a couple of minutes away from opening up the phone lines to take your bids. We're going to tell you about each item right now briefly. First of all, item number 1, trip for 2 to the All-Star Game. Includes tickets to the Home Run Derby as well. Hotel accommodations included. Then you have Evan Longoria, the hitting lesson, courtesy of the Rays All-Star third baseman, Gold Glover, Rookie of the Year. And that includes a Rays scholarship to the baseball camp. Trip to Minnesota to check out the Rays take on the Twins on the 4th of July weekend at the brand new Target Field. A trip for 2 to Cleveland as well. The Indians and the Rays. That includes a chance, weather permitting, to get on the field before the game. And the party suite is item number 5. And that is a suite for up to 16 guests, a chance to sing the 7th inning stretch throughout the ceremonial first pitch. A lot happening out here. Those are your 5 big ticket items. There's also a Rays fan pack to be aware of. A lot going on here at our Rays Broadcast Auction Central up here above center field. But right now, we are ready for baseball. Rays and the White Sox wrapping up a 4-game series. The Rays wearing their alternate light blue jerseys today since it's a Sunday home game. Dwayne Stats and Kevin Kennedy will have all the action. Enjoy it, everyone, in high definition right here on Sunday.
Southeast Toyota dealer. You can buy a car that compares itself to a Toyota, or you could just buy a Toyota. Visit your local Toyota dealer today. Toyota, moving forward. By the Florida Department of Transportation. Drunk driving, over the limit, under arrest. And by AT Find out what's possible with the nation's fastest 3G network. AT&T, rethink possible. Fans continuing to arrive here at Tropicana Field, leading up to the first pitch. Just moments away. Rays wrapping up their season series here with the Chicago White Sox this afternoon. The Rays made their annual visit to the south side of Chicago in April, and the White Sox returning to visit here to wrap up the month of May. Here is the Chicago starting lineup. Juan Pierre leads it off in left, followed by A.J. Brzezinski, and Alex Rios continues to lead the Chicago attack, followed by Paul Konerko, Mark Kotsay, the DH, Carlos Quinton in there in right, Mark Teens at third, Alexi Ramirez in short, and Omar Vizquel will be in there at second base. He will hit ninth.
And James Shields will attack this White Sox lineup today. 10 starts overall, an outstanding earned run average at .299 with a 5-2 record to go with it. Very good strikeout to walk ratio, 71 strikeouts, 14 walks, and a .257 opponent's batting average against. Behind James Shields today defensively, Carl Crawford in left and B.J. Upton in center. Ben Zobrist back out there in right field. Around the infield left to right, Evan Longoria, Reed Brignac on the left side, John Rodriguez and Carlos Pena on the right side, John Jaso behind the plate for James Shields.
This afternoon's Rays broadcast on Sun Sports is presented in beautiful HD by H.H. Gregg. Well, Joe Madden directing the Rays to the 8-5 victory last night. Happy to see some offense out of this lineup. Ozzie Guillen, skipper of this Chicago White Sox ball club. White Sox come in 21 and 28 on the year. He'll send Juan Pierre to the plate to lead off against James Shields. First pitch of this game is a fastball, and that's a strike. So we're underway. 87 degrees outside, 72 inside, and a base hit right back through the middle off a fastball. Juan Pierre opens the game with a single.
Brignac had him shaded toward the hole on the left side, figuring if Juan makes contact, it's going to go that way, and consequently, it was a pretty big hole to his left.
Here's A.J. Przinsky. Pierre tied for the league lead in steals with 19, and a toss over there. He's back in.
Well, I think he was going right off the bat there. First pitch, that little flinch, 83%. That's what you shoot for if you're a base stealer, over 80%. Good numbers there by Juan Pierre. A.J. Przinsky will first of all hit you once in a while and see if the White Sox do what the Red Sox and the Yankees try to do. That's hit the fastball early before James gets into a good changeup count.
And the pitch to Przinsky, and he lifts it into left center field. Long run for Upton on the run. It's going to be over his head and will one-hop the fence. A ground rule double, which means Pierre is going to have to stop at third base.
Well, that's exactly what the game plan is. First pitch fastball, jump on it. Don't let James get the rhythm of that good changeup. Had a pretty good feeling that's what he was going to do. That's a good two-seam action fading away, but AJ goes with it, looking for a fastball. I mean, that's what I would do if I were facing Shields. He's got a devastating changeup.
So both hits coming on fastballs. Here's Alex Rios. Pitch is off the plate in, a fastball. Shields 5-2, making his 11th start. Rios 5 of 27 lifetime against the Rays right-hander. That figures out to a 185 average. Ground ball through the hole, though. Base hit into left. Pierre scores, and Przinsky goes to third. Stopping there, the White Sox break out in front.
That was a little cutter right here. Let's take a look. No, that was a fastball also. If it was his change, it was a little hard.
Yeah, it had change-up action on it, but a little harder than his normal change.
Yeah, the velocity said 82, but it looked a little hard. Right pitch to try. Yeah, it was a change. Good tailing action. A little bit up. Didn't have quite the depth that he normally gets, but that's the first one he's thrown today, too.
26th run batted in for Rios. First and third with nobody out for Paul Konerko. Konerko waves and misses. A cutter. Strike one. Canerco had a couple hits last night, single and a double and a walk. So he was on 3 times, officially 2 for 3 on the evening.
There's no question what the offensive game plan is. Swing early on the hard stuff.
Runner takes off from first. There will be no throw. Rios with a stolen base, his 16th of the year.
Good jump by Rios. Straight steal. He's not looking back at all, and Jaso couldn't even get it out of his glove. No throw.
So 2 men in scoring position with nobody out, a run already home. Up the right side, that's going to slice foul, out of play. A ball, 2 strikes. The Rays have clinched a win in the season series. They're 4-2 against the White Sox with only this game left. And Canerco went around. He tried to hold up on the changeup and is out on strikes for the first out.
Well, with that, the depth of that changeup right there, you can see why the White Sox didn't want to get into a 2-strike situation. Look at the depth of that changeup. That's a great one. Great arm speed. Only the second one James has thrown, but yes, he definitely went. But the bottom just fell out. Take one more look. Looks like a fastball over the heart of the plate. Comes in about 10 miles an hour less, and then the bottom falls out.
There's Mark Kotsay. Fouls it back. Strike 1. Breaking pitch to start him. Tapped foul. He was out in front of a changeup. Curveball changeup, and the count is 0-2.
Yeah, that's good thinking right there now. He's in a strikeout situation again. And even if you're looking change and he throws the good one, it's tough to hold up. He throws that one down in the dirt. Of course, he's got that backdoor cutter he likes to throw once in a while too in this situation.
And the pitch is down. He threw the cutter. A ball, 2 strikes.
Go ahead and throw that changeup. Try to strike him out. Good count to do it on 1 and 2.
Pitch away. Do a cutter again. 2-2. Kotsay is 3 for 9 lifetime against Shields. That includes postseason action. And it's down. So the count is full.
John Jaso anticipating the changeup in the dirt does a nice job to keep it in front.
Pierre has scored. Krasinski's at third. Rios is on second. 3-2. And he fouls it away. He tried that pitch wide, tried to catch the corner. Kotsay protected by fouling it away. Chicago opened with 3 straight hits and a run. 3-2 pitch. Ground ball, second base, picked up by Rodriguez. The run will score. Kotsay is out of there as Brzezinski crosses the plate. Rios goes to third. The White Sox have their second run. Run batted in for Kotsay, number 12.
Yeah, I got a change up. It was a good pitch by Shields, but of course this early in the game you can't play infield in. You take the out.
So it's Carlos Quentin batting with the man at third and 2 gone. Pitch inside. Ball, no strikes. Well, Andrew Jones with a new look here.
Who's the culprit on that one?
He just found it. And a popper, first base side, Pena into foul territory, grabs it. That retires the side, limiting the damage to 2. Rays coming in to hit, down by 2. By Carl Crawford and Evan Longoria, Carlos Pena, then John Jason, Willie Ibar, B.J. Upton, Reed Brignac, and Sean Rodriguez. Rodriguez playing second, hitting ninth against Jake Peavy.
Jake Peavy will be 29 tomorrow in 10 starts. ERA is 6.05. He's given up 10 home runs already.
Here's Ben Zobrist out of the leadoff spot. Pitch is down. 4th time this year that Ben has hit leadoff. There's a strike. One of his home runs is out of the leadoff spot. That came in Houston when he connected off Bud Norris. TV throws a strike. Now 1-2. Strike 3 called on the inside corner. Peavy slipped that fastball in there. 1 away, and let's check in with Todd Callis.
We have bids already, Dwayne. Item number 2, Evan Longoria hitting lesson is one of the key items, one of the 5 big-ticket items. A 1-hour session of hitting lessons with Longo, group instruction for up to 4 kids, ages 10 through 18. 8 tickets to a Rays game, day of the lesson preferred. Scholarships to a Rays baseball camp for every participant, and Rays t-shirts and caps. So far, we have bids on everything but the Longoria hitting lessons. And you see the number at the bottom of your screen. All-star trip, Frank Basso right now with the early bid. Trip for 2 to Minnesota, Tom Power with the early bid. The trip to Cleveland, Hancock with the early bid. And Tara Doolittle with the suite party at Tropicana Field. So get those bids going. You see the number at the top of your screen. Dwayne, back to you.
Well, I have to think that we'll get that hitting lesson with Evan Longoria bidding to go fast and furious, and it's all for a great cause. Crawford takes one down and in, benefiting the Pinellas and Hillsborough Education Foundations. That is a jewel of a package Right there, the hitting lessons and everything that goes with it from Longoria. Little tap up the middle. There's a base hit for Crawford. Carl makes the turn and holds with a single. The Rays have a base runner.
Take a look at the White Sox defensively. Juan Pierre in left, Alex Rio in center, and Carlos Quentin in right. Around the infield, Mark Team at third, Alexi Ramirez at shortstop. Omar Vizquel plays second base today, and Paul Konerko at first. A.J. Brzezinski behind the plate.
Here is Evan Longoria. Evan keyed the attack last night for the Rays with a first inning double chasing home Crawford. Evan finished the night with 3 hits. So he starts the day 10th in the league in hitting at .328 and third in runs batted in with 41.
Carl just about at 80%, 15 of 19 in steals. You get your two hottest hitters back to back here. I like that in this lineup here with Evan hitting third again and Carl on base.
And a tap foul outside of third. That's a strike. Well, the last time the Rays saw Peavy was in Chicago, and he had a difficult time with his control. He walked 7 men, gave up 7 hits, and the Rays scored 7 earned runs off him. It's 1 out into the 5th inning of that game. To the count for Longoria. Crawford draws the throw again from Peavy. Earl is singled into center. To the count on Evan. A foul back, a fastball.
He will get more fastballs if he hits right behind Carl when he's on base. He's going to go quick to the plate. That's going to promote a little conversation by Paul Konerko. And I'm betting that he's saying, don't worry about Crawford. You better worry about Evan Longoria. Taking you out of the ballpark here.
Well, a good part of Peavy's problems this year have come early. They're going to average of 605 overall, but close to 8 in the first 3 innings. It's blocked there by Brzezinski. He got the mid down, 1 and 2.
Well, I really believe Konerko saw the home run swing by Evan 2 in a row and said, I know you want to worry about Carl Crawford, but he's going to go. He's going to go. Unless we pitch out, it's going to be tough to throw him out anyway. Don't take away from your power by going quick to the plate if you're Jake Peavy.
Carl back in again.
Still in a pitch out count here, 1 and 2 for Chicago.
Pitch roll to the shortstop. Ramirez goes to second one. Not in time for the double play. That roller not hit hard enough. So it's a fielder's choice. Crawford forced at second base. Ramirez to Vizquel. And now Carlos Pena. Pena had the big double driving in 3 in the 4th inning last night. He was down 0-2, and he got a pitch that was not off the plate, top part of the plate, and he hit it in the left center field.
And he let the pitch by John Banks get deep into him so he could go the other way.
Low to Carlos. White Sox scored 2 in the top of the 1st. Rays have Longoria now at first and 2 outs.
There's a big gap out there in left center again with Rios shading Carlos to pull.
2-0. What a difference it will make for Pena if he can be up there 2-0 instead of 0-2 all the time.
Absolutely. And, you know, still they're going to try to stay away from him right here and take a shot in that gap. Just like you did last night. You got an RBI double.
He is under it, pops it up, coming back foul. Krasinski runs out of room. Counts 2-1. The future Ray. Two balls and a strike to count to Carlos. Runner goes. The pitch is foul back. A fastball. Pretty good cut right there.
Very good cut. 92. It's the hardest we've seen Peavy throw so far.
Peavy, a two-time All-Star in the National League, including 2007 when he won the Cy Young Award pitching for the Padres. He won the ERA title that year with a 2.07. Longoria, the runner. But a miss. Pena swings through the fastball, and the Rays leave a man at first at the end of an inning. 2-0 Chicago.
It's part all year long, and you know, hopefully I can continue to do it, and you know, we get a little more runs and win some ball games. So, but you know, I think we're doing really good. I think we're in first place still, and that's all that really matters. So we'll go from there.
Our Geico quote of the game as Shields goes back to work against the White Sox. Back up to Dwayne.
All right, Mark Teahan lines one toward right center. He's going to try to stretch it into two, and does. He got in there at second before Ben Zobrist's throw could arrive, and Teahan is in scoring position to open the second.
Another first pitch fastball. That's clearly the game plan, as I've said a couple of times already. The Rays have to recognize that sooner rather than later. They have to throw some first pitch changeups here pretty soon.
Alexei Ramirez. The pitch is a strike. Ramirez took the fastball in the upper reaches of the strike zone. Ground ball to short. Brignac throws in plenty of time, and Tien remains at second base. Once again, let's go to Todd.
Wayne, we talked about the 5 big-ticket items in our Rays broadcast auction. If you don't want to spend the highest level, there's another way you can contribute, and you can save yourselves $100 at the time. It's called the Rays Fan Pack. Here's what you get. 4 baseline box tickets to a game on either June 26th or July 10th. Those are also concert nights. In addition to the tickets, you get 4 wristbands for the on-field concert viewing. June 26th is Bare Naked Ladies. July 10th is the Go-Go's. And you get 4 food vouchers for a hot dog, a snack, and a Pepsi. Normally, that would cost you $250. Today, only on our Rays Fan Pack special, $150. We have limited supply, so if you are one of the first ones in, you are going to get your Rays Fan Pack at 727-825-3434, guys.
Yeah, on concert nights as well. And by the way, last night with Hall & Oates, almost everybody stayed again, and folks are having a great time. That's turning out to be a community happening here in the Tampa Bay area. It's foul up the right side. I was thinking last night watching them, Kevin, you and I were sitting here watching them after the game. What a great deal. You get to see the best team in baseball and great acts. And boy, I tell you, it was a fun time last night.
Yeah, they played everything. They played all their hits. They started out, I thought Maneater would be a little bit later, but they just went right for the home run. First
time.
pitch, swinging.
Right.
They were right out of the chute.
That's a foul ball out of play. So the count goes to 2-2. It made us more youthful than ever.
It did. It brought us back. Yeah. They were great. They sounded great.
Yeah, there was a group right down below our booth behind the screen, about 10 or 12, just out for a great time. And I'm sure they're happy they were here, because they certainly appeared to be having a great time.
Yeah, the crowd yesterday, 33,558. Saw a nice Rays win and a great concert.
Full count to Omar Vizquel. Pops it foul. That's going to be out of play. Vizquel in there at second base. He's won 11 Gold Gloves, second only to Ozzie Smith in the shortstop department. Ozzie Smith had 13. Omar now 43 years old. And the Skies one short center B.J. Upton is under. 2 away. So following the leadoff double, Ramirez and Vizquel have been retired. And now it's going to be Juan Pierre. Fun at the old ballpark on Family Fun Day here. Pierre opened the game with a base hit and scored. Indians have a 1-0 lead at the end of 3 on New York. That's Masterson and Burnett. Inside. Ball, no strikes. Pierre, Brzezinski, and Rios put hits together to open this game in the first.
Like a cutter right there that ran in on Juan Pierre. I think Jaso just getting the signs together with a runner at second base.
That one didn't miss by much. 2-0.
Yeah, that's a pretty good pitch right there. Trying to go in the first 2 pitches here. It was not high.
Good.
Yeah, good pitch.
Fly ball toward left center a bit. Carl Crawford's there already. He's got it to retire in the side. Double, and that's it. A man left. Bottom of the second coming. 2-0 Chicago. towards Florida. John Jaso looks at the first pitch for a ball. Ibar and Upton will follow. 1-1.
It was about the same height that pitch to Pierre. Should have been a strike. It's an identical pitch that Shields threw.
2-1. Jaso behind the plate this afternoon. He was the DH last night. Had a walk, 2 hits, and a run batted in. He's going to square the count at 2-2.
Talking about throwing first pitch changeups. Jaso has shown he's a pretty good fastball hitter. Peavy threw a changeup first pitch to Jaso in this sequence.
And he pops him up. Peavy's after this one now being run off the play by Tian. And that was a fair ball in fair territory for the out. 1 gone. This afternoon's poll question brought to you by Autoway. Autoway, if you need a car, truck, or van, who are you going to call? Autoway, 1-800-SHOP-AUTOWAY. Text 789-789 and make your choice. Who's been the best Rays pitcher through the first 50 games of the year? Shields, Garza, Neiman, Price, or Soriano? Standard message and data rate apply. Joey Ibar getting a start as the DH. Change up to him to start the at bat. Another one. Foul back.
Well, sometimes as a catcher, too, you know, A.J. Brzezinski will first ball hit, which we saw him hit that first fastball for a double. So he's thinking now as a hitter, too.
Ibar sends a fly ball to center. And Rios makes the catch. A couple of quick outs in the second inning.
Yeah, Peavy's just, he changes speeds a lot. He doesn't throw as hard as he once did. He used to get it up there to 93 to 94, but he's a guy with a lot of mound demeanor out there. He's a gamer. He's a fighter. He'll talk to himself. Sometimes get rough. He'll talk himself to pump himself up.
B.J. Upton looks at a strike. Strikes a fastball, and BJ is behind in the count, and that has been the case more often than not with BJ during his struggles.
Yeah, they're going 3 times, same location. One sailed on Peavy.
1-2. He just missed. Pretty close. 2-2.
Yep, same pitch. 4 fastballs. All 4 pitches are trying to go down and away. That's a pretty good pitch right there. Pitcher's pitch. Just missed.
And a foul tip strikeout right back into the mitt of Brzezinski. 1-2-3 through 2-0 Chicago.
Behind us, too, people on the phones taking calls, and this is an important day, Mark, the Rays broadcast auction. Tell us why the relationship for the Rays and the Education Foundations of Pinellas and Hillsborough is so important.
It's a perfect fit. And the Pinellas and Hillsborough Education Foundations. They provide goods and services and support for teachers in classrooms, along with post-secondary scholarships. And so our opportunity to tell their story, talk about the great work they do, and how it impacts thousands of families in Tampa Bay is critical.
Well, we have a lot of people working the phones here in the third inning. There you can see them. 5 big-ticket items in the Rays fan pack as well. Mark, thanks for joining us.
Thanks for being here.
All right, guys, back to you.
A.J. Przezinski has lifted a fly ball to left for the first out. One away for Alex Rios, the center fielder for Chicago. He shoots one back into center. B.J. running straight back, and that ball is gone. A home run to dead center field. Rios hitting his 11th home run of the year. And now it's 3-0.
You can almost count how many first pitches they're jumping on today. Right down the middle. Why you're trying to go inside? First pitch to Rios. Not much margin for error there.
Well, it was first pitch fastballs that set up the 2-run first. And now Rios jumps on the first one. Hits it out.
First pitch fastball trying to go in. I mean, you got to be pinpoint control first pitch trying to go in with a fastball. I saw Peavy paint the outside corner to BJ just away, take the power away from it. So Rios didn't have a whole lot of thinking to do. Just look for number one, and he got a cookie right down the middle.
1-0 the count to Paul Konerko. This one is outside, 2-0. Did you see the speculation already with Henry Morales down and out now for the Angels, and there was some focus on Konerko. He does have a no trade, but a year ago apparently it said to the White Sox he would consider a trade if it would help the Chicago situation. So there's speculation about Konerko.
Yeah, I could see that happening too. You know, the White Sox should be a contender. I said that before the first game on the pregame show.
Fly ball to left, and Crawford's there to make the catch. Well, it seems when you look at this club, they're really banking on their starting pitching being the center part of their team. And if they get good starting pitching, they think they can contend. And if they don't, it might be a different story.
Right, and a lot of it hinges on Jake Peavy. They got him as a number one to complement their number one Mark Burley. So they feel like they've got two number ones. And then with Gavin Floyd and John Danks, their first four, they figure that can match up with anybody. Then they gathered one the other day. Freddie Garcia has been more than adequate as a number 5 starter, throwing a bunch of off-speed pitches. So that was their strength. They're supposed to be coming in. They're 28th in ERA or 14th in the American League at .498 as far as starters. That's not how Kenny Williams designed it, or Ozzie Guillen.
1-1 to count. That's a strike at the knees to Kotze. Cutter in there, and it's a 1-2 count right now. Strike 3 call. Kotze caught looking to retire in the side. Bottom of the third coming, 3-0 Chicago.
As the week gets deeper, we're thinking, Ronnie thinks that he's going to progressively get better, and it's not going to be something too bad.
And he's talking about Ron Porterfield, the Rays trainer, and their evaluation of Jason Bartlett with the hamstring strain. As a result, Reed Brabiak is at shortstop today to start. Sean Rodriguez in there at second base. So at this point, day to day for Jason Bartlett. Down off the mound, Peavy in the throw to first. Brabiak is out, number 1. The injury to Bartlett as it occurred last night.
Yeah, you could see him stretch out right there, that last stride on the Quentin ground ball single, tweaking that hamstring.
Jason did say the last time he had that sort of injury, a little higher up, and he couldn't walk off the field. He was encouraged by the location and the fact that he could walk off the field. Strike to Sean Rodriguez. Ground ball, and it's off the glove. Recovered by Konerko, and he gets it to Peavy in time at first. Peavy found himself being run off the base by Rodriguez, but he'd already made the play.
Well, that was a nice play by Peavy, actually busting his tail to get over there. See him right away. I mean, he's going straight to the bag. And Konerko knows he's there, and he's well ahead of Sean Rodriguez. The recovery.
Now, Peavy acted as if he'd been chased before.
Yeah, I think so.
A little quick acceleration there.
Well, with that,
he is quite an outdoorsman and a hunter.
Yes, he is.
Maybe
yeah.
he has.
He might have been
encountered that
chased
situation
by a bear or
before.
something. I don't know.
Ben Zobrist hits one high and deep. Gone down the line. Ben Zobrist hits his 4th home run of the year, and the Rays are on the board. Zobrist jumped on it. I think Peavy tried to start him with a changeup.
Yeah, let's take a look at Peavy right here. I think it was a backdoor cutter. And it ran back over the plate. That's the danger of a cutter. It comes over the plate. That could happen.
Crawford lines one end to left, and that's a base hit. Pierre keeps it in front of him, and Crawford will settle for a base hit. So Zobrist, boy, you could see that pitch come back over the plate. And Zobrist was ready for it. Let's take another look.
Yeah, this is a backdoor cutter, and this is why this pitch is dangerous, because it's a flat pitch. See, it's on the same plane as the bat. There's no depth to it. So if you miss location on that backdoor and it runs over the heart of the plate, it's just like a nice 85 fastball. And Ben jumps all over it. It's a trick pitch is what a cutter is for me.
Yeah, well, Ben was called out on strikes on a fastball in his first time, but that little cut fastball came right out over the plate.
It's a pitch. It's a take pitch. It's a pitch, you know, you throw back door to have the hitter give up on it and go, oh, there's, you know, that's going to be a ball. And then you try to get strike one, a quick strike one.
Well, you do see that pitch when they try to start it away and it comes over the plate because it stays on the same plane. There goes Crawford. Pitch is a strike. It curls in with a stolen base. Crawford picking up his 16th steal.
Now, when James Shields throws his cutter back door with 2 strikes, it's usually a pretty good pitch for him. Great jump by Carl. Nice throw by Brzezinski. No chance. One more look. In there easily. But it's a trick pitch is what it is. I mean, Mario Rivera, he throws a natural cutter. That's his one pitch, and he does it for 1 inning. As a starter, you got to pick your spots with that pitch.
The 0-1 to Evan. Ground ball toward third. Tian has it. A low throw, and it's dug out over there by Konerko to retire the side. The Rays are on the board on the home run by Zobrist at the end of 3-1 Chicago. Rafael Soriano's converted 14 straight save opportunities to start the season. What's the Rays record for converting save chances to start a campaign? That's our AT trivia question of the day. Carlos Quentin leading off the fourth. The ball, no strikes, the count. 1-1. Quentin, then Tian and Ramirez.
Pitch by James. Different look for the hitters.
After third foul, holding the count at 1-2. The White Sox have 5 hits, including 2 doubles and a home run, and all 3 of those extra base hits have come on first pitch fastball.
That's right, and in this sequence, James decided to start Quentin off with a changeup for first pitch.
Foul ball outside of third.
The changeup there, he wanted to finish him off with, got it up a little bit.
Rays started the day 4.5 in front of New York in the East. Yankees hitting in the bottom of the 5th, trailing Cleveland 1-0. Boston home against Kansas City, and the Royals have a 1-0 lead with Boston hitting in the bottom of the 3rd. Quentin is out on strikes. Chase the breaking ball, 1 gone, and let's check in with Todd Callis.
I want to remind people about our auction items in our Rays broadcast auction here. Item number 3 is a trip to Minnesota, including a Carl Crawford autographed bat. It has the lineup card from the game, 2 tickets to the game. Remember, this is the brand new Target Field up over there in Minneapolis. You're going to stay downtown at the W Hotel. It's a great area, and it's the 4th of July weekend. A lot of people have that weekend free. You saw the phone number to call, and there is a ball knocked down and a fine play, but safe at first with 1 out. Nice try by Sean Rodriguez. So, guys, here's the deal. Downtown Minneapolis, a lot of fun, especially 4th of July weekend. Plenty of things to see and do down there, and you see the brand new facility there in Minnesota. Let's check out the latest bids. 2010 All-Star Trip. Frank Basso has the leading bid. We have Shannon keeping us honest here with all the top bidders. $3,400 there. Brian Smith has the current high bid for the Evan Longoria hitting lesson at $1,600. C. Frew at $1,500. Right now, that's the high bid for Minnesota trip that we were just talking about. Todd Slack, $1,600 for the trip to Cleveland, and $2,600 for the Tropicana Field party for $16. The other thing, the Rays fan pack. There are only a few items left, and they are going quickly. Guys, back to you.
Well, a runner going, and the Rays were looking for that, but they misconnect, and the pitch winds up all the way at the bottom of the backstop. And so Tian, who's breaking, is safely in at second.
That's a pass ball off of Jason's glove. Let's take a look. Now you got to clear your right foot on the pitch out first. Go forward on the left leg. And, you know, that's a ball that Jason's got to be able to handle on the pitch out. You can't just assume it's going to be right there. Now it did cut a little bit. But at worst, you got to be able to keep it in front of you. Might not have been able to make a good throw on it, but that's a catchable pitch.
Jason had a couple of misconnects in the 9th inning of the game here on Friday. 3-0 the count to Ramirez. Ian at second. He reached on the infield hit and has moved to second on the pass ball. Rays down by 2, but an instant threat here by Chicago with 1 out. 3-1. They're gonna rule out a a stolen base because Tian was breaking.
Yeah, he was, and that's actually the right call. If you had gotten an extra base because of that ball at the backstop, then it would have been a stolen base pass ball. Can't anticipate a throw out.
Yeah, the only reason it's a stolen base is because the runner was breaking. Because the Rays had an idea something might be up, and they guessed right. And if they execute that, they probably get the guy.
That's right. You know, we mentioned that we hadn't seen many pitch outs from the Rays, but they smelled that one. Chicago does like to run. Ozzie Guillen is trying to make things happen. The White Sox are second in stolen bases, just behind the Rays with 50 in the American League.
3-2. Tapper, foul ball. Jeff Cox up with it down at third base.
I want to see what Jaso did here. Just want to double check and see if he tracked this ball. See, the ball's running on him a little bit. But see where his head is? You got to be tracking it right into the glove. His eyesight's up a little bit. Now he turns their head. You got to track it right into your glove. So he's kind of leaving his head out where the ball was, not where it ends up.
The Rays trying to work around that mistake. There was a little indecision on the ball that Tian hit to begin with. It went as an infield hit. And it was bobbled out by Rodriguez a little bit. And Pena started to go to his right and then realized that he probably needed to get back to the bag. And that's when Rodriguez tried to make the play. And it got away from him out there. Tapped, so Tian living a charmed life here this time around. Now at second base.
And he's first ball hitting also for the second time, although that pitch was a cutter. And a good one that James got in on his hands.
Ninth pitch on its way here to Alexi Ramirez. The full count delivery. And he fouls it again. So we'll go double digits in the pitch count here to this at bat.
You know, I like that curveball he struck Quentin out with. It gives a different look. He struck him out with 2 strikes with an overhand curveball, and Quentin really hadn't seen one of those. The depth of that over the top, looking kind of side to side with a slider or cutter. He got an over the top curveball. Might be a good time for one right here to Ramirez. Get him swinging.
And a popper, not too deep to left toward the line. Crawford's there. 2 outs. Just a reminder to look for the Miller Lite Taste Greatness moment coming up later in the game this afternoon.
Good battle by James right there. That was a 3-2 changeup. That'll work. With a pop out.
10 pitch at bat to Ramirez. Hitter's Omar Vizquel. Vizquel, fly ball to center his first time. Ball up, 1 ball, no strikes. 2 runs in the first for Chicago, a run in the third. The Rays got a run in the bottom of the third. Trail by 2. 2-0.
That was a changeup right there. That's one of those ones where James kind of got rotational, kind of fell off to the left side. That's why that changeup was flat. But for the most part, he's been really getting good depth on his changeup.
On ball short center, little popper out, and from shortstop, it's Brignac. Takes care of it. Bottom of the 4th coming, 3-1 Chicago. Cano's converted 14 straight saves to start the season. That's the Rays record for converting save opportunities to start a year. And that would be 16 at 07 by Al Reyes, the right-hander. He had 16 consecutive saves. That's our AT&T trivia question. Now Carlos Pena, who opened the bottom of the fourth. Pena, Jaso, and Ibar. Pena shortens on the bat. That's a strike.
White Sox. Now playing third base, number 5, Jason Davis.
Pena, Jaso, and Ibar. Rays with a run, 3 hits. Oh, look out. That one fouled up the right side.
Well, they got their gloves, too, but the ball was hit so hard. I don't know if they got a glove on it or got some meat down there.
Yeah, I know. But the good news is I think he's okay, and they got the souvenir. There's another fan picked it up, but gave it to that youngster, and there's a mixture of surprise and excitement right there.
Yeah, I think so, because that was a rope, frozen rope to right field right there. Foul territory. That's what you bring your glove for, but you don't not expecting to get one that hard. You're looking for a pop-up or something.
Popped up, carries out of play. Pena struck out his first time. Jason Nix is in the game now, and he's playing third base. So a change here, the White Sox defensive alignment.
I wonder if Tien tweaked his leg trying to steal second.
2-2 the count. Rays with a run on the home run in the third by Zobrist. Pena getting time. Carlos came into the game 2 out of 4 lifetime against Peavy. And a foul ball. Just a little piece of that one to stay alive. Pena had 2 walks and a single against Peavy in Chicago. The count goes full. Time again. Center. Rios is there. One away.
I think that was a changeup, I believe. 3-2. Peavy called that one. Take a look. Peavy shook to this one. Yeah, that's a changeup right there. Carlos was on it. Just got underneath it.
John Jaso hits, and he takes the first pitch for a strike. A little bend in it. Pitch away. 1-1. Base Gets it. Pulled through the hole on the right side. Single off a fastball, and Jaso is aboard. One on with one out. Willie Ibar is on his way to the plate. Join Dave Schreiber Monday at noon for a live chat on the FoxSportsFlorida.com. You can voice your opinion, chat with other fans, and let Dave know what's on your mind. So join Rays expert Dave Schreiber Monday at noon on FoxSportsFlorida.com. Willie Ibar pitches a strike.
Hey, that pitch Jaso hit, that was a good job of getting his hands in there. That was a pretty good pitch by Peavy right on the inside corner. But he got his hands inside it and got one past Konerko. A nice short swing.
It's like this right here. Just like this.
Take a look at John Jaso. They're trying to come in. They do come in, and he gets his hand. This ball's over the black. Look at him get his hands way inside the ball so he can hit it on the sweet part of the bat. Nice job.
Ibar takes a big rip at a fastball, fouling it back. It's 1-2. Well, guys who can hit, you see them do that. They make those adjustments almost instinctively.
Yeah.
It's not the same swing time after time.
Yeah, and the old adage is, too, if you're on the plate, that means you like the ball in anyway.
This one down, and Jaso's headed to second as it popped away. And some heads-up base running allows Jaso to advance into scoring position.
I'll tell you what, he's as good as anybody I've seen recently at getting a jump on a ball in the dirt and taking off. Now, A.J. blocks this. The ball's right there. Right there as it kicks off of Ibar's foot, but he gets a great secondary lead. As soon as he sees contact with the dirt, he's gone.
Yeah, he doesn't run like your grandfather's catcher, does he?
No, he doesn't. And he's looking to run.
So a wild pitch, and now Ibar takes it foul the other way, slicing out of play.
That's an aggressive tool because he's anticipating that. Perhaps some of it's being a catcher himself, but you got to anticipate that. A lot of guys don't anticipate it in the dirt, and by the time they think about it, it's too late to take off.
That's the way you used to anticipate.
That's the only
right?
way I got to second base. That's it.
That's outside. Count is full, 3-2. Ibar laid off a changeup there.
Yeah, I didn't get the straight steal too often.
3-2 pitch. Back into right field. Quinton's going to go back to make the catch. And Jaso holds at second. So Ibar lines out, 2 gone.
He's starting to see some better at-bats here. Second time around the lineup off of Peavy. So that was a good piece of hitting right there. Good at-bat by Ibar. We'll see what BJ does because he looked at some pitches in the first go-around. He got 5 fastballs, and he took all of them and 3 of them for strikes.
BJ up here with a man in scoring position and 2 outs. And the fastball. That's a strike. That's what we saw the first time around.
It had some tailing action to it there.
And it's fouled off his foot.
So did that.
An 0-2 count on BJ as he tries to walk that foul ball off.
Yeah, that got the instep right off the inside of his left foot.
You know, all that padding down there to protect him, and it hits the spot that's
it's not protected.
Exposed.
That's right.
A 2-strike count to BJ. Fouled back out of play.
We got a pitch to hit right there. It's a mistake pitch by Peavy. 0-2 right down the middle. he's seen 8 fastballs and his 2 at-bats.
And this one is lifted toward right center. Rios, the center fielder, makes the catch, and the Rays leave Jaso at second. Through 4, 3-1 Chicago. Just for men, mustache and beard. Alex Rios connecting in the 3rd inning for a home run, his 11th of the year. The 2nd hit of the day. Rios continues to be the offensive leader for the White Sox. Keep your edge with Just for Men, mustache and beard.
He's really using his legs well, Rios, to get through those fastballs.
First pitch to Juan Pierre is a strike. Rios due to hit 3rd in the 5th inning. It's Pierre, Przinsky, and then Rios with James Shields on the hill for the Rays. And that's a strike. Drops in.
Curveball.
0-2. Pierre opened the game with a base hit off a fastball. And did he go? He apparently checked in time, says Mike Riley down at 3rd. Jaso put the tag on him just in case.
Yeah,
Riley got it right.
Yes, he did.
It's foul, 3rd base side. Cleveland continues to lead New York 1-0 in the top of the 7th at New York. Kansas City, Boston, bottom of the 4th, tied 1-1. The tap toward the first base line, and Shields gets the tag. So that is out number 1 in the 5th inning. James Shields has been among the league leaders in strikeouts throughout the year, as our Toyota Trend American League strikeout leaderboard finds Shields now with 3 today and 74 on the year, running 3rd behind Ricky Romero and John Lester. Tied at the moment with Jared Weaver, the Angels, for 3rd. He's averaged fewer than 2 walks every 9 innings. Przinsky fouls it, so that's a great ratio of strikeouts and walks for James Shields.
You know, and 3 of those pitchers on that list have great changeups. Ricky Romero and Jared Weaver, and of course James Shields. Lester has a decent changeup, but he's got more power than the other guys. A lot of those strikeouts are on the changeup.
1-1 the count. Ball, 2 strikes.
That's a cutter right there. That's a good pitch. Talked to A.J. Brzezinski not too long ago about that. He hates the cutter as a hitter. Especially when you got a good one. He hates that.
Two and two. Into center field. Up and back, and he cradles this one. 2 outs.
He's smooth out there. Nice jump. AJ got an off-speed pitch, and he centered it nicely. BJ got a great jump and just rides back right over his head, makes a nice play. Change up. BJ's got the read right away, about 12, 13 strides, picks it off.
Rios looks at a strike. A little movement on that pitch.
Like a little cutter right there.
One and one. He had a fastball out to center field in the third, a first pitch fastball, and he hit it right back down the middle and over the fence in center. 2-1. White Sox have 6 hits, 3 runs. That runs the count to 3-1.
Yeah, James fell way off. Got a little rotational there. That's why that changeup stayed up. Just trying to get over it a little bit too hard.
Three and two. It's going to be a base hit over the head of Rodriguez into right center. So Rios is 3 for 3 this afternoon.
Number 14, Paul.
2 out base hit.
Take a look, see if I believe this was it was a cutter, inside cutter. Actually, it was off the inside corner, but he gets his hands inside it. And because he keeps them low already, he doesn't have that hitch. He's able to get through that enough to drop it into right field for the base hit.
You know, Rios is hitting. He came into this game. Not only has he had a good year across the board offensively, but he came into this game hitting over 400 in day games. And he's 3 for 3 today. Paul Konerko. Pitch is a cut to miss, strike one on a breaking ball. Now, some hitters used to think they were better daytime hitters because the light was better.
Right, but
you know, we're inside here.
Yeah, I mean,
it's 3 for 3.
You wouldn't know if it's 9 o'clock at night or 3 in the afternoon, would you? Maybe it's his clock. It's his biological clock.
He's off and moving. The pitch is a strike, and the throw's a strike. He's thrown out at second base. A fine throw by Jaso to cut down Alex Rios. Another look. Rodriguez. Brignac leads off. The pitch sails outside. 1 ball, no strikes. Brignac, Rodriguez, and Zobrist due up, with the Rays trailing by 2. It's 1-1.
About Peavy starting off Brignac with a changeup. Done that 4 or 5 times in this game.
Pitch is high. 2-1, a fastball.
Come inside right here.
3 balls and a strike.
Need base runners.
And there's one. Fly ball left center field, going to be in there. Couple of hops. Backhanded by Rios, and Brignac's in safely, standing at second with a double. Well, maybe that's a start. The 2-base hit from the rookie infielder.
There's your checkers double the game. There's a 3-1 fastball. He gets on top of it. It's up. That's why Breed was able to get it up in the air. Great extension. And again, left-handed batter right there. Toward left center is going to fade away from the center fielder, Alex Rios. He gets it back in nicely. But Reed is in there easily.
Now Rodriguez bunts, and a pretty good one. Peavy, the throw, safe. Canerco was to the foul side of the bag, off the bag. Bill Miller made a nice call on that play over there. Brignac goes to third, and Rodriguez has a bunt single.
Peavy waved off Jason Nix, his third baseman, said, I got it. Take a look. It's a nice bunt again for a base hit by Sean Rodriguez. We saw one last night. Peavy on the run. Little jump right there. Canerco thinks he's got it. Take one more look. It's a great bunt. It's a nice play by Peavy. That's a good call.
First and third now with nobody out for the top of the order. Then Zobrist in the batter's box. And he takes one away. 1 ball, no strikes. Then homered to right in the third. His 4th home run of the year.
Well, we saw better at bats from the Rays the second time around the lineup that they saw Peavy, starting with Ben's home run in third.
Takes a fastball, and that's a strike. 1-1. The Rays have put the first 2 men on base here in the 5th. First time that's happened in this game. Outside, 2-1. Rays trying to put an inning together. In Chicago, the Rays had a 3-run third and a 4-run 5th against Peavy. And they beat him 10-2. It's foul back, and it's 2-2. Pretty good pitch.
Yeah, he got a pitch he liked too. Take a look at this one. They're sitting up away. The ball was away. Yeah, a little bit off the outside corner. Some tailing action to it.
At first, Rodriguez back in.
It's not a bad thought because it's a good running count right here for Sean Rodriguez.
Foul down toward the Rays bullpen. Peavy's fastball there in the 5th's been 88, 89.
Yeah, he's not the same guy that I saw in San Diego all those years. He was in the 93 to 95 at times. He was a big strikeout guy at one point in the National League years ago.
And a line drive into center field. That's going to hang up. The tag at third. Brignac's headed to the plate. He will score. Sacrifice fly by Zobrist. He drives in his second run, making it a 3-2 ball game.
Yeah, 2 good at bats by Ben right there. Boy, he just centered it nicely. Hit a bullet, but right at Rios. Just a hard line drive right here. This ball's off the outside corner, but that's a good at bat. It's up, and it gets the job done. Doesn't have to be a strike all the time if you can reach it. That ball picked off by Rios.
Here's Carl Crawford with Rodriguez at first and 1 away. So the Rays cut the deficit to 1 and a move to first on Rodriguez. So TB keeping him in mind over there.
Yeah, keep grinding these at bats out. Some really good at bats here the last 8-9 hitters.
Brindak's double turned into a run. Now Rodriguez at first with 1 out.
All right, Carl.
Carl takes ball 1. Toronto's had a couple runs on the Orioles. It's 6-1, bottom of the 8th in Toronto. The Blue Jays leading. One and 1 to count. The Blue Jays have hit 3 more home runs today. Overbay, Bautista number 16. Gonzalez number 11.
I think they need a good steady diet of off-speed stuff.
Well, I'd say you're right. I mean, those guys, wow.
You better be able to have fastball command against the Blue Jays.
It's outside. 2-1. Rays got down 3-0. It's now 3-2. Runner goes. Pitch hit on the ground. Base hit into right. Rodriguez will go to third. Clinton up for the ball. His throw back into Konerko. And the Rays have a first and third 1-out situation. Crawford is 3 for 3 today.
And by working the count and getting into a hit and run count, John Rodriguez in motion. Here's a, again, looked like a backdoor cutter that ran out over the plate. And Carl goes down and gets it and shoots it into right field. John Rodriguez never hesitates.
Evan Longoria. Step back by Peavy.
Peavy's gotten Evan out twice on sliders for ground balls to the left side. See what kind of adjustments Evan makes right here. And Peavy for that matter.
Oh, the foul ball.
You're going to stay with
back
it.
with it.
Yeah, he's going to stay with it. Saying, what adjustments do I need to make? I got 2 ground balls. Yeah, 1 to short and 1 to third. I'm going to go right back to the horse right there.
Indians scored 2 more in the 7th. They lead New York 3-0. New York batting in the bottom of the 7th. An eye on Crawford over there.
You might even see A.J. Brzezinski, call a pitch out just to show it here. 0-1.
Crawford starts to go on a move over there. He's back in.
Yeah, and A.J. was standing up. Yeah, they were anticipating. I think Peavy threw on his own. Oh, that was that step to third call. That's why A.J. stood up. I was watching the catcher. Fake to third, throw to first.
A wave and a miss. I'm going to tell you, on that fake to third, he's got to step to third.
That's what I said about Gavin Floyd the other night.
He came close not to stepping to third. We have to take another look at that. That might have been a ball.
You got to show distance and direction. You can't just pick your left foot up and set it down. You got to act like you're stepping toward third and then wheel back to first.
And I don't think there was a step toward third at all there. It's foul, out of play.
We talked about that with Gavin Floyd the other night.
Take a look at this and see.
Yeah, you can't just pick it up. You got to stretch. See, that's just a picking it up and setting it down.
That's a balk.
That's not enough right there. It could have been very easily called a balk. Absolutely. Still in a pitch-out situation, too.
And Carl is back in.
I think if you could see that from the dugout, I mean, you could almost argue that if you're Joe Madden. Because he's kind of hanging there and then just kind of setting it down instead of really striding toward first. You could almost argue that with the umpire. So.
That one, he had a little more of that left foot coming down toward third. But, I mean, it's borderline.
He's getting away with it, so he's going to keep doing it if he can get away with it.
There goes Crawford, and the pitch is foul, out of play. Carl will head back to first. This is a 20-pitch inning so far, coming off 22 in the fourth. First and third, one out. 0-2 the count to Evan. Crawford back in.
What's that, the fourth time he's done that third to first?
Mm-hmm. Crawford and a line drive into left. That's going to fall for a base hit. Rodriguez scores the tying run, and Crawford motors into third. Evan Longoria comes through, an 0-2 base hit to left, and the Rays have evened this game 3-3.
And with Carl on the move, he easily gets into third base on that ball hit in front of Juan Pierre. It's a little hanger. That's a flat one right there. That didn't even look like a slider. It looked like a cutter. It was flat on the same plane as the bat, and Evan drops it into left field. And if it was a slider, it was just a flat one. Carl, great jump, plays right in front of him. He reads it. Just make sure it's down, that's all. Once he realizes Juan Pierre's not going to catch it, he cruises on into third base.
So the Rays have tied it. Still first and third with Carlos Pena due up. Don Cooper spending some time on the mound with Jake Peavy.
I tell you what, though, that's a lot of credit, too, to Carl Crawford, because Peavy didn't want to throw one down in the dirt, so he hung it. Good adjustment by Evan also.
Pena takes the first pitch inside.
That's why I like Carl on base in front of Evan for that reason. Because Evan's going to drive in, I think, more runs hitting right behind Carl.
Yeah, I kind of like this Zobrist, Crawford, and Longoria.
I do, too. I like it a lot. You got Ben who can get on base or take you deep, and he's done that. You got Crawford. We know and you bunch your best hitters. I mean, you can get an inning together. You can put up a crooked number. I mean, their three best hitters right now are hitting in a row. Zobrist, Crawford, and Longoria. And that's how you can bunch some hits and create an inning other than just a single digit.
2-0 the count. Pena out in front in the count. That's foul back and out of play. 2-1.
I just think, too, Crawford is so valuable hitting, too, in front of Evan because he's going to get more pitches to hit. The pitcher, obviously, Beebe threw over there 4 times on that third to first fake, and you can't concentrate on the best hitter the Rays have 100% if you're worried about Carl Crawford at first base. So he hung a breaking ball. He hung an 0-2 pitch.
2-1, and it's fouled. 2-2. A couple of change-ups in the mix here to Pena.
Yeah, he's got to make contact here. Really, really important. Really just shorten it up, make contact. They're giving you a run. Of course, if it's hit at second hard or short for that matter, it's a double play. But nonetheless, you'd rather see him make contact than getting way out in front and striking out.
2-2. And it's foul. That pitch riding in on him.
He was on that. See, they'll come back to you. You start showing you can go the other way. They'll give you a fastball in once in a while. That was in. See, they came right back into him, man. That's a good swing. That's a good compact swing. Carl knows he missed his pitch to hit. The time he struck out when they came in, the ball was way up. If he does what you said, just zone down, zone in, and get that fine focus, he'll be the hitter we saw in the past.
2-2. He fouls this one back. Had a good cut.
Now, this will be interesting because a couple of fastballs now. He may go one more, try to strike him out up, but he may go off speed again. If he does, 2-2, you know, Evan could try to steal second and stay out of the double play. And I don't know if they'll throw through with Crawford at third base. So it might be a good time to go right here. Well, that's what they're thinking, too.
Evan back in at first. Brignac and Rodriguez have scored in the inning. Crawford's at third. Longoria at first. One out. 2-2 the count to Pena. And a swing and a miss. He's out on strikes. So Peavy needed a strikeout, and that's what he got.
Yeah, and he got himself out because, again, this ball's up. It's a backdoor little breaker, little cutter, and it's up. Just hasn't got that fine focus. It's not that he's not on the ball, but it's up. He can't get to it. He's underneath it.
Now John Jaso. And a change up away to start him. He singled on a fastball into right field in the fourth inning. Got the change up to start this at bat. And Longoria is back in at first. Okay, so 1 for 2 so far today. There goes Longoria. The pitch is a strike, and there is no throw. Not with Crawford at third, and Longoria picks up his 10th stolen base of the year.
Yeah, there was no way that they were going to throw through, even when Pena was up with Carl Crawford at third base.
One and one now. Jaso with 2 men in scoring position. The pitch sails up and away. Jaso with 19 runs batted in for the Rays. The rookie catcher.
Just throwing a bunch of cutters back door to try to bite the outside corner.
And that pitch outside. 3-1. Ibar would be next. And Jaso with a 3-ball, 1-strike count. And he picks up the corner. Peavy does. That takes it to 3-2. Started it wide and nicked the outside part of the plate.
Yeah, that ball looked like it was outside from the center field shot. Let's take a look. Yeah, this ball went around the plate. That's not even close.
3-2 now. And a liner into left, but Pierre had him positioned perfectly and makes the catch. So the Rays come up with 2. We're tied 3-3.
Rays broadcast auction items. Right now, we're going to talk to you about the Cleveland trip. It is a trip for two that includes airfare, a stay at the Marriott Key Center, double occupancy for 2 nights, tickets to 2 games, Rays and the Indians, 2 passes to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, 4 tickets to a Rays Saturday night concert series, game of your choice. That's in addition to the Cleveland trip. That includes on-field wristbands for the post-game concert. You get an authentic Rays batting practice jersey, an opportunity for field passes, weather permitting, as a team takes batting practice. And just now, guys, we have added to the Cleveland trip this Evan Longoria all-star jersey from last year. Larry McCabe, who's the executive director of the Rays broadcast auction, made the decision just now that we are going to add this to the Cleveland trip, guys. In addition, Larry tells us that those Rays fan packs are going quickly, so make sure you know that the Cleveland trip now includes a Longoria jersey, and it is autographed. It's an autographed jersey, and now the Rays fan packs are also going quickly, guys.
Well, that's a great addition to that package, and I'm sure it will spur activity here in the 6th. Paul Konerko with a 2-1 count leading off.
Those are nice looking. I might need one of those.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm getting all the gear.
Three and 1. It's a 3-3 ball game. The Rays with 2 in the bottom of the 5th. And that's ball 4. Leadoff walk. Well, we've heard from Todd Callis. Let's hear from Whit Watson. Whit?
Well, Dwayne, with James Shields on the mound, our Autoway poll question, our text poll question, appropriately enough, involves the starting pitching for the Tampa Bay Rays this season. Text your answer to 789-789, and here is your Autoway poll question. Who's been the best Rays pitcher through the first 50 games this season? Do you like Shields or Matt Garza, Jeff Neiman, David Price, or Rafael Soriano? TV 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5 to 789-789. Standard message and data rates apply. We'll show you the results during our Rays Live postgame this afternoon, guys.
Well, pitching has been such an integral part of this fast start for the Rays. That's a fair ball, just fair. Bill Miller on the call. Zobrist with a pickup. They're going to hold Kotsay to a single, but Konerko will go to third. Boy, that was just barely fair as Kotsay picks up a single up the right field line.
Yeah, that was very, very close. Right on the line. Take a look at this overhead shot. Tough call, but he's right on it. Ben gets to it fast, too. Nice job of cutting it off to keep a double play in order at least.
So on a walk and a single, we go first and third with nobody out in the 6th inning. And Shields starting to push 90 pitches. He had 80 through 5. Here's Carlos Quentin. Fouls the off-speed breaking ball. Strike 1. Up to 88 pitches now for Shields. Peavy made a 34-pitch 5th inning. He's up to 96 through 5.
And he'll go back out there too, and the Rays will give up 1 this inning. Get a double play here.
0-2.
Still plenty of time left, so you don't want a big inning right here. You trade an out or 2 for a run here. The offense starting to swing a bat against Jake Peavy, so that's the managing philosophy in this situation.
White Sox have had runners aboard in every inning. They threaten with nobody out in the 6th. 2 strikes to count to Carlos Quentin upstairs. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Shields coming off the 2-0 loss to the Red Sox when he made 107 pitches in 8 innings.
Looking for a strikeout right here.
And it's a little low.
That was a good one, too. Good depth on that changeup.
2-2. Yeah, he took a little more than usual off that changeup and really tantalized Quentin.
Yeah, he got Quentin on a 76-mile-an-hour curveball to strike out in the 4th. If you throw your good changeup again, you could double up on it. Taking the strike out.
This time it's low, a breaking ball.
And he went back to the curveball.
Jaso covered up on it. Full count.
This could put Patsy in motion here. Decent runner. That's more about the count than you expect. Maybe not a power pitch right here. Ozzie may put his runner in motion here instead of double play. But you do have the option of a strike him out, throw him out here, because you're not going to send Konerko from third base if you throw down to second.
3-2. Runners not going, and Quentin is hit by the pitch. And that's going to load the bases. Carlos Quentin goes to first. They're loaded with nobody out for Jason Nix.
Yeah, there's not a whole lot you can do right there. That just got away from him. Could be ball 4 either way.
Jim Hickey, the Rays pitching coach, in on the conference on the mound. And Nix, who entered the game in the 4th inning at third base for Tian. Tian had gone 2 for 2. Gary Cooper trying to move things along.
The only thing we've seen today, just a little bit more than we have the last 5 or 6 starts, is he's just opening up a little bit too much and getting a little bit rotational with his hips, which is why sometimes the changeups are a little flat, or his fastball's running up and into righties or up and away to lefties. Been working on really leading with the hips better and getting more directional toward home plate with his hips. Today he's opening up just a little bit too much at times.
Now Nix with his first at bat. Blocked by Jaso. 1 ball, no strikes. Nix got a start here Friday night and went 0 for 3. That was in the David Price start.
The corners are going to play in right here. If it's hit hard to Evan, he can go home to first if he wants. Or you can go around the horn 5-4-3 for a double play.
And a little foul ball. That's off the foot of Nix. That takes the count to 1-1. Walk, a single, and a hit batter. The bases are loaded. Scherrer's hit a 3-run homer in a 5-run 7th, and New York, after 7, takes a 5-3 lead over the Indians. So we're going to check Nix over to make sure he's all right to continue.
And that'll give the bullpen for the Rays some time. Look, this ball runs right in. That's a nice pitch right there.
It hit his left knee.
Sure did. Look at that movement. Even though it's up, it runs right in on the hands of Nix, right off the left knee. Look at that tailing action on that fastball. Well, that's what you want. You get a little sinker going here. You get him to roll over to the third base. Right to Evan.
Rays battle back from a 3-0 deficit. Tie game. Now a big threat by Chicago. And this one is blocked by Jaso. 2-1.
It's a big sequence in this game right here. Obviously, Randy Choate getting ready.
And a foul. That squares the count. 2-2.
This is a guy you could strike out with that big swing on that 90 fastball, opening up really quickly. You could get a nice, one of his best changeups. You get a strikeout right here. Might as well double up on it too, even if you miss.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Canerco, Kotsay, Quinton, third, second, and first. Shields has Jaso go through him again.
That's his strikeout pitch. That's his money pitch. The changeup.
2-2. And he missed. Threw him a changeup, but now we have a full count.
And the reason he didn't bite on it because it wasn't over the plate. It was down, but let's take a look. Jaso's setting up in, but it's down and it's away. It's over the heart of the plate and drops down. The hitter will swing at it.
And a high fly ball in deep to left. And that fastball is gone. A grand slam home run. Jason Nix on a 3-2 pitch. Hits it out to left, and that will make it 7-3. His first home run of the year. It's a grand slam home run. And just like that, the Rays are down by 4.
Well, you could see the pitch. I mean, I thought he should have doubled up on it, like I was saying, just because that's his money pitch. That's his best pitch, the changeup. But he elected, after missing 2-2 of the change, to try to get a fastball in on him, and you saw the result.
Now here's Ramirez. Pitch inside, 1 ball, no strikes.
See, to me, that's a pitch selection issue. That's not the pitch itself.
One and one.
But I got to believe part of it, Dwayne, is that he doesn't feel he has his good change today, which we've talked about.
And the pitch is fouled. 1-2. So the walk, the single, the hit batter, and then the home run for the grand slam. And just like that, it's 7-3.
But when you saw Nix turn on the 2-1 fastball, on a 90 fastball, and pull it foul, that tells you right there he's looking for one pitch.
And a looper into center field. That's going to fall for a base hit. And Ramirez is on for the first time. 5 straight hitters have reached base here in the 6th. That's 10 Chicago hits. Andy Sonnenstein, who had gotten up before the Knicks at bat was finished, continues to throw.
Now you just got to grind it out now because there's plenty of time left. The offense is swinging the bats better today as they did yesterday, so you just got to keep it right here.
Pitch to Vizquel is too low, a ball and no strikes.
Can't get down and can't let this get out of hand. It's 4 runs, 4 innings of offense. That's plenty of time to come back.
There goes the runner. The pitch swung on and missed as the hitter threw his bat at it. And Ramirez is thrown out trying to steal. Rodriguez put the tag on him. So Vizquel threw his bat trying to be a distraction. But Ramirez is caught anyway.
Yeah, that's smart by Vizquel right here. Look at this ball way off the outside corner. And it probably might have been a hit and run. I think it was a hit and run. That's why Omar did that. But that ball tailed a good foot off the outside corner. He did all he could do.
1-2. Cut again on him.
A couple of nice throws by Jaso today.
That foul, just a piece of it. Rios caught stealing in the 5th, and now Ramirez caught stealing in the 6th. That's headed up the middle. Base hit into center. Vizquel makes the turn and holds. That's 6 consecutive hitters reaching base here. The out recorded on the caught stealing, and now Joe Madden comes out. Top of the order due. And Shields will depart here in the 6th inning. Call to the bullpen brought to you by Metro PCS, wireless for all. Car insurance. Visit us at geico.com or call 1-800-947-AUTO. My Buddy's Home Furnishings, where there's no credit needed and up to 6 months, same as cash. And by Dodge Ram Trucks, award-winning Ram trucks, plus a new heavy duty, make it one of the most powerful lineups in Ram history. 7-3 game as we play in the top half of the 6th. James Shields made 108 pitches this afternoon in 5 1/3 innings, and departs in favor of Andy Sodenstein with Vizquel at first and 1 out. Here's Juan Pierre.
I'd be surprised if Vizquel goes in this sequence too.
Pitch inside to Pierre. Shields responsible for a man on as he departs. 7 runs, 3 strikeouts, and a walk. 11 hits in 5 1/3. Pierre is hit by the pitch.
Well, that's about all you can say if you're Joe Madden. Well, this has been an ugly inning.
2 on with only 1 out. The caught stealing, the only out. And A.J. Przinsky now.
It's amazing the pitching's been so good. When you have an ugly inning like this, you go, geez, what happened? But hey, they're human. Andy's done a nice job overall. 3.43 ERA. But the thing is now you got plenty of time to come back. You just got to stop the bleeding right here. No more runs. Double play man right here.
And a ground ball to second. Rodriguez to Brainiac 1 and over to first, and there it is. All you had to do was ask for it. We go to the bottom of the 6th. 7-3 Chicago. Early, they were down 3-0, tied it. Now they're down 7-3, and there's a sign for Whit Watson. You know, his real name is Whitney, and we may take that sign, have it framed, and put it up in the Whitney Bank Club here in his honor.
I think you should.
Ibar takes a strike, the bottom of the 6th. Underway, that pitch outside. 1-1. Well, the Rays are on the verge of getting to Peavy for more than the 2 runs they put up in the 5th. So let's see what they can do here in the 6th against him. 1 ball, 2 strikes. On the verge of making his 100th pitch of the game. This will be it right here. And it's strike 3 call. He popped the corner, picking up his 5th strikeout.
Well, let's take a look at the outside corner right here. Fox Tracks didn't like it.
You know, we made a couple of notes here that Eric Cooper is widening that strike zone a little bit on the left side.
Yeah, he did a little bit last inning for sure.
1-0 the count to B.J. Upton. So that's just a note that hitters have to be aware of.
But I will say this about that last pitch, especially with the overhead shot. That's too close to take.
Yep.
That's the one you foul off. The ball that bends over is line to center, was probably 4 inches off the outside corner, but it was up, and he got a nice line drive sacrifice fly. So
yeah, the pitch to J-So in the 5th inning was wide.
Yeah.
And then it went 3-2, and he lined to left. This one is high. 2 balls and 2 strikes. And that's something as the game progresses and that starts to happen. Catcher and a pitcher are going to be aware of that and take advantage of it.
That's right.
Full count now to BJ.
Let's get a base runner here. 1 base runner.
And there it is, a base hit. All you had to do with that. 1 out single for Upton. Let's go to Todd Callis.
Dwayne, time to check in on the big board of the Rays broadcast auction, where we're going to check out the latest bids. 2010 All-Star Game trip out to Anaheim, $3,500 for the Baldwins. Hitting lesson with Evan Longoria, $3,500. Dan Doyle. Trip for 2 to Minnesota, $2,100. Todd Power. The trip for 2 to Cleveland is moving. We've added that Evan Longoria shirt, $2,100. M. Kutchman, and $5,500 right now for the party at Tropicana Field. That's our biggest item so far, A. Vincent. Now, we've got all these numbers that are moving. Shannon's helping out here. How's it been going so far, Shannon?
It's been going great, but we need you guys to call in and place your bids to support the Pinellas and Hillsborough Education Foundation.
We still have time until the end of the game, and the Rays fan packs, according to Larry McCabe, are really getting short in their numbers. So call right now. They are limited in number. Guys, back to you.
All right, a stolen base here by B.J. Upton. Upton on the move, picking up his 15th steal. The count to Brendiak goes to a ball and a strike.
Yeah, it's a great jump. No chance for A.J. Pierzynski as he throws high and wide at his shortstop Ramirez.
It's low. 2-1.
I don't think Peavy's much longer for this game.
Brendiak steps back. Well, we saw Santos here the other night. He has a very good arm. Ground ball, base hit into right field. Upton's going to be waved home, and the Rays come back with a run. That's going to make it 7-4. Now Brendiak driving in his 20th run of the year with a single into right. And the Rays trying to mount their own comeback.
Yeah, that's why I felt 1 base runner like BJ to get it going, get into scoring position, and Brendiak swinging the bat well. Continues to swing well. That's RBI number 20 for Brendiak on here, right through the seam on the right side.
Oh, Sean Rodriguez. Remiak's back on the bag. The Rays have 10 hits. Chicago with 11, and Ozzie Guillen's headed to the mound. He's going to make a pitching change right here before Peavy can start this sequence of pitches to Sean Rodriguez. We'll be back with the new Chicago pitcher in a moment. You need a car, truck, or van? Who are you going to call? Autoway. Call 1-800-SHOP-AUTOWAY. By Checkers, a little place, big taste. And by Tobacco-Free Florida. Escape the addiction of tobacco. Be free. Visit FloridaQuitline.com. Seven to 4, the Rays are the run home in the 6th inning. Runs responsible for a man on as he departs. 10 hits, 110 pitches thrown by Peavy in 5 1/3. And the hard-throwing right-hander Sergio Santos on to face Sean Rodriguez.
Well, he's been tough. 22 strikeouts in 18 innings.
Pitch is fouled. That's a strike. Yeah, he was an infielder. The Diamondbacks had him in their system. Two. He spent 7 years as a minor league infielder. But boy, what an arm.
Yeah, and we saw he had a pretty good slider to go with that 95 fastball. He may throw one right here.
And Rodriguez is out on strikes with the slider.
Two fastballs in the mid-90s is a nice looking slider with some depth to it, some tilt.
Well, here's a guy who all those years as an infielder in the minor leagues hitting the 240s. Talk about a whole new lease on his baseball life.
I think you should go back to hitting.
Yeah, really. I'm telling you, right now, immediately.
Yeah. Well,
this guy throws. Wow.
You knew Ozzie wasn't going to let it go any further with Peavy because the Rays really, the last 2 times around the lineup, really had good at-bats against him.
Put away. It's 2-0. Peavy looking on from the dugout. Santos on the hill. Strike. Interestingly enough, Santos had shoulder surgery in July of '04, but it was on his left shoulder. He had problems with dislocations of that shoulder.
That's a shame.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
Nothing wrong with that right one, though.
No, there isn't. Look at that, an 87.
3 balls and a strike to count to Ben.
Well, Ben can hit a fastball. I got to believe with a 3-run lead, he's going to get a fastball maybe away.
And it's fouled back, a fastball, 96.
Yep, he was all over it. Well, with this guy, even 3-2, you got to look for number 1. You got to look for the fastball, but he does have a good slider too. But I got to begin with a 3-run lead and 1 runner on base. I think you got to go with your fastball.
And a liner into right field. That's in there for a base hit. On to third goes Brignac. Well, that was a 96-mile-per-hour fastball, and Zobrist lined it into right.
Well, Ben can hit that. There's no doubt about it. Power on power. It's been a while since he's had a chance to see 4 or 5 fastballs in a row. And even though the ball was up, that's what I'm saying. You don't have to. It doesn't have to be a perfect strike to get the job done. He's hit the ball hard the last 2 times. 1 ball was away off the outside corner for a line out, sacrifice fly. This for a base hit to right.
Crawford, and a base hit into center field. Here comes Brignac in to score. Zobrist will go to third. Crawford is 4 for 4, and the Rays tack on another run. Now they're within 2. It's 7-5.
Well, that's going to get Don Cooper, the pitching coach for the Sox, right out of the dugout. He just missed location. 98 miles an hour, and Carl just drops the head on it. And he was trying to go away, and he just missed down and in. Beautiful short line drive swing by Carl Crawford. Good base running by Ben Zobrist, reading that right away, and Rios does the right thing, just gets it back into his cutoff man.
4 hits in the inning, a couple runs, and the Rays have come right back to trim the deficit to 2. Evan Longoria will be up there with men at first and third. Crawford is 4 for 4. Zobrist 2 for 3 with a sacrifice fly in that 1 and 2 spot. Right now Crawford at first, Zobrist aboard over at third.
Well, that's a tying run at first base, and so they do have to worry about Crawford, not just Evan, because base hit, if Carl gets in the scoring position at second with a steal, it's a tie game. I'm sure Don Cooper reminded Santos of that, and also that Evan, a couple of times Peavy got him on sliders, and now he throws 96. We'll see if he starts him with a slider here.
Crawford starts to go and is back in. And that move to third, look to first.
See, that's close right there. See, he's got to step toward third.
A little tap, first base side. Who's going to pick it up? Konerko, and he got the tag as Longoria tried to get into first by sliding under the tag. Konerko made the tag to retire the side, but the Rays come up with 2 runs, and at the end of of the 7th, and Kevin, we were a little concerned as to whether he really tagged him here.
Yeah, he didn't. He tagged him with the glove right there, but see the ball in his bare hand? He never touches him with the ball. He tags him with the glove. Now take a look at we have another shot right here. And that's why Evan had a little smile. He was in there. That's a nice job by Evan of sliding. See, the glove tags him. Now watch as he goes by. I mean, he never tagged him with the ball. He's going to show the ball, but he never did.
Sonnenstein misses with a couple pitches here to Alex Rios, and the count's 2-0. So Longoria really got in there, and Konerko tagged him with the mitt, but he did not tag him with the ball. He had the ball in his right hand. Now it's 3-0 to Alex Rios.
It's a nice try by Evan, though, sliding, make the tag tough on Konerko, and turns out he was right.
And the strike. 3-1. So it's a 7-5 game as we play here in the 7th. Konerko will hit second in the inning. Then Kotsay. Headed toward right center field. Zobrist on the run. Got there. Vin Zobrist had him shaded a little in that direction and got a good break on that fly ball to track it down.
Right. Just as a left-handed hitter hitting it to left center, the ball will tail away from the center fielder. Same thing with a right-hander. This ball's tailing away from Upton, but right into the glove of Ben Zobrist, and he got a great jump on it also. Ball was hit well. Great read by Ben Zobrist.
Paul Konerko. Breaking ball in the dirt. 1 ball, no strikes. Two and 0. Shields and Sonnenstein for the Rays. PB and Santos for the White Sox. The White Sox have more action in their bullpen. There's a strike. It's 2-1. And the lefty Matt Thornton up in the pen. There he is. Another strong arm.
Yeah, you got Pena and Jaso, 2 lefties in the bottom of the 7th.
Konerko fouls it out of play. 2-2.
And of course, Ibar swinging the bat better left-handed, so they'll turn Ibar around too. So he's probably coming right in the game here in the 7th.
Side. That's a fair ball just inside the line. Zobrist does a nice job of getting it back in there, but it's a stand-up double for Konerko. Konerko with his 8th double of the year.
He's shown in this series he's not afraid to use the field. Got a cutter away. Goes right with it. Almost like he was looking for it. Stayed right nice and closed and just shoots it down the right field line. Nice play by Ben Zobrist is right. Play that carom.
Now Mark Kotsay up there. Bouncer over the mound. The shortstop Redyak scoops and throws. Konerko advances to third. Well, the more you see of Redyak using that glove, he was very good. Made a nice little scoop there.
Yeah, that's the ball. You just got to charge and you play the hop. Don't let the hop play you. That's what Reed did. Little tapper right over Andy Sonnenstein's head, and if you lay back at all, it's going to eat you up. So he was able to get a nice short hop on the run. Nice play.
Carlos Quentin, 2 outs, a man at third. Pitch a little bit low. Ball, no strikes. It's Semifinal, New York has beaten Cleveland 7-3. A.J. Burnett wins his 6th. He is 6-2. Late movement on that pitch.
Yeah, that one got above Quentin's hands right there.
Blue Jays have beaten Baltimore 6-1. 6-hitter for Ricky Romero. He went the distance.
I wonder how many change-ups he threw today.
And a pop-up right side. Foul ball. Pena's after it. He's got it to retire the side. No runs, a hit, and a man left. Bottom of the 7th coming, 7-5, Chicago.
Auction Central. We have the latest bids here. You can see the Rays broadcast auction board manned by Shannon. Those are your highest bids right now. Want to tell you, in addition to the 5 big ticket items, here's what we have for you. The Rays Fan Pack. 4 baseline box tickets to a game, either June 26th or July 10th against the D-backs or the Indians. Those are both concert nights. You will also get 4 wristbands for an on-field concert viewing. On the 26th, it's Bare Naked Ladies, and on the July game, it's the Go-Go's. You also get food vouchers, hot dog, Pepsi, and a snack. That is all part of the package. Normally, that's a $250 value. Today, only $150, and it's limited to a certain number of tickets. And according to Larry McCabe, we do not have many of those left. Here is auction item number 1. This is the big one, I think. The All-Star Game trip for 2 out to Los Angeles, Anaheim, California to be exact. 2 tickets to the All-Star Game, 2 tickets to the Home Run Derby, airfare and hotel accommodations for 3 nights, and the American League All-Star batting practice jersey. The phones are ringing as a special number for the Fan Pack and a different number for the rest of the big items. Larry McCabe has been very busy all night long. There he is this afternoon. Larry McCabe, the busiest man here at the Rays broadcast auction, guys. That's the only time he has had a chance to smile and take any time away from his activities here. It has been a whirlwind of activity for us up here at the auction facilities. Guys, back to you.
Yeah, you're right, Todd. Larry McCabe is the hardest working man in show business, especially today. Matt Thornton is the new pitcher. And Carlos Pena will face him. First pitch is high. 1 ball and no strikes. 21st appearance for Thornton. Another strong arm out of the Chicago bullpen.
Boy, don't they ever. They have some power arms down there. Just saw Santos getting it up to 96, 97. Thornton's 95, 96.
2-0 the count. Pena misses a fastball. 2-1.
Good pitch. Carl's asking if that was a strike. It was. It was a fastball on the outside corner.
Bounces it back. Another fastball.
Yeah, that was a little better pitch for Carlos to hit. That had more of the plate. It was right on it.
And we go full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Well, the Yankees have won. The Blue Jays have won. The Red Sox have a big 8-1 lead in the bottom of the 8th inning over Kansas City at Fenway. Here the Rays are down by 2 as they bat in the bottom of the 7th.
Another good swing on that fastball by Carlos. This is power on power right here. Continue to stay away from him.
And he walked it. He held up. Pena checked in time. That's the first walk of the game given up by Chicago pitching.
Little side shot right there. Carlos wasn't so sure, I don't think. It was close.
Well, that pitch was plenty high and not a pitch that, and we referenced this before in our conversation, Kevin, that that's not a pitch that he would even think about swinging when he's in his hit mode and swinging the bat well.
Well,
John Jaso takes a strike.
What year was it, Dwayne? He hit 282?
Yeah, in 07 he hit 282, a big year, 46 home runs. And that pitch he never even considered.
And when he was hitting last year, well, I mean, he was really zoning down. It was really a narrow zone for him. It was his strike zone.
Out of play on a foul ball. 0-2 the count to Jaso.
Especially the ball up.
So Pena's aboard with a walk. Fly ball lifted to center. Rios makes the catch. Carlos heads back to first. The Rays saw Thornton here Friday night in an inning and a third. He gave up 1 hit, no runs, and posted 3 strikeouts, picking up his 2nd save of the year. He got Willie Ibar as a pinch hitter on a ground ball to third to end the game, and here's Willie getting the start as the designated hitter today, hitting from the right side now. Pitch is down. 1 ball, no strikes.
A little breaking ball right there just to keep him honest, just in case Willie was thinking about turning on 97, cheating a little bit to try to tie it up.
Now he bounces this one to the right side, a fastball, and it's going to be just in front of the Rays dugout. Neither Konerko nor Krasinski could get over there in time.
Yeah, Konerko was lumbering a little bit, couldn't quite get to it. The catchable ball. Took a couple of peeks over there to see where it was. He took 3 peeks, and the ball was right there 1 foot from him.
First, Pena's back in.
That's the difference between Carlos Pena playing in home park here. I mean, Carlos will take 1 peek. He'll know exactly where he's at and if the ball will come back. Konerko, you saw look in 3 times to see where the dugout was, and that cost him an out.
And a strike on the corner, says Eric Cooper. Fair.
Yeah.
There goes Pena, and the pitch is popped on the infield. That's going to fall for a base hit. Vizquel makes the pickup, and he's going to make a throw to third. Pena is out at third, and trailing into second base is Ibar. Pena trying to go to third when it fell in beyond the reach of Vizquel, but a heads-up play by the veteran infielder Vizquel, and he throws out Pena at third.
Yeah, you apply the effort. That's what Joe Madden's doing, because Carlos is thinking 3, and ideally you say, yeah, that's right, but it's Omar Vizquel. This guy's got the best baseball instincts on that field. Bare-handed, look at the reaction. Throws a strike over there. Great reaction by Omar Vizquel. And gets Carlos by plenty.
Vizquel playing second base today, and that's a big play.
It is.
Here's Upton. Upton swings, and it's a high fly ball back into left. Pierre feeling for the wall, and he catches it, falls down, and hangs on. Pierre started to feel for the wall as soon as he hit the track, it seemed, and made the catch in front of the wall, held on, and that retires the side. We are through 7, still a 2-run deficit, 7-5 Chicago. That play where Pierre made the catch in a moment as Nix takes the first pitch for a strike. I'll tell you, the Rays had Longoria slide under a tag in the 6th inning, and Konerko tagged him with his glove but not the ball, and a fan interfered with that fly ball off the bat of Upton, and through his interference he made it possible for Pierre, as bizarre as this sounds, it made it possible for Pierre to catch that ball. Ground ball to third, back of the bag, and Longoria's throw high. Pena keeps his foot on the bag. But take a look at this. If the fan doesn't make contact, that ball's a double on top of the padding.
Yeah, watch a fan leaning over right off the tip of the glove right there and into Juan Pierre's glove. Here's a close shot right there, right off the tip of the glove. And you can see change of direction right there down into Pierre's glove. I don't think Pierre would have caught that. I think the ball would have hit the top of the wall had that fan not reached over the fence and interfered.
Ramirez, the pitch in on him, and it's a foul into the screen. That's a double because it would hit the top of that padded wall, just on top of the green there,
right
where you get into the screening.
Look how close you can get as a fan right there over the yellow line. That's a shame, and that's a Rays fan too, with his son there. It looked like, but they know better than that.
1-1 to count. That's a 2-base hit for Upton.
Hey, we'll give you a souvenir. You want one, but wow, that's your home team right there. Took a double, maybe even a triple away from B.J. Upton and an RBI to make it a 1-run game.
Talk about two bizarre ways to end innings for the Rays in the 6th and 7th. We've had them. And a bunt foul by Ramirez. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Yeah, you could see the change in direction, and there's no way that Pierre's going to catch that ball. That's an extra base hit.
No, that's
one-run ball game.
That's off the top of the wall. That's why Pierre was just sitting there. You saw Rios come up to him in the dugout, and saw Canerco go over to him.
Ground ball headed up the middle, hits the bag and deflects into center. It's getting spooky here.
It is.
Ramirez with a base hit. That's his second hit.
Would have been a tough play for Sean Rodriguez. He's shading up the middle right here, even if he had gotten to it. But Sean's got a strong arm, and if he does, at least he's got a shot at making a play. Not when it hits the bag.
One on, one out. There's Vizquel. Well, he made a nice play.
Yeah.
For the second out of the inning in the bottom of the 7th.
Yeah, that was an inning changing defensive play by Vizquel.
Pitch is a strike. An 0-1 count. And a snap throw to first, and Pena back in Ramirez. Counts 1-1 to Vizquel.
Well, you could see Ozzie Guillen try to put something on here with Vizquel up. Good situational hitter, good hit and run man. Trying to make something happen. Try to get another run on the board, or at least a man in the scoring position.
Two balls and a strike.
Well, now he's got the count to do it. I'd probably be more surprised if he doesn't hit and run here.
Runner goes and stops, and the pitch is high. Now it's 3-1. Choate still busy in the bullpen. Sonnenstein in relief of Shields. Rays have made it a 2-run game. And that's a fair ball up the right field line and headed beyond the bullpen. Zobrist will play the carom. Ramirez is going to try to score. Here's the throw to the plate. It skips away. Ramirez scores. Vizquel winds up at third. And now it's a 3-run deficit again for the Rays. 8-5. That's a double. Run batted in, and Vizquel goes to third on the throw to the plate.
Now, this is a bullet hit by Vizquel between Carlos Pena and the bag. Then gets the carom as quick as he can. Ramirez has good speed, though. Good relay. on the short hop. Jason can't handle it. It wouldn't have made a difference. Not a great slide by Ramirez. It actually might have made a difference with that bad slide of his.
And the Rays are going to make a pitching change. The lefty Randy Choate will enter the contest. Open the series tomorrow night in Toronto against Brandon Morrill. We'll be with you at 7 o'clock in high definition on Sun Sports. Here this afternoon, Randy Choate in the game. The infield will come in with Vizquel at third and one out. Juan Pierre is the hitter.
With Juan, you got to watch out for squeeze.
And the pitch is too low. 1 ball, no strikes. Takes a look at his third base coach, Jeff Cox, who goes through some signs. It's now an 8-5 ball game after the grand slam hit in the 6th inning by Jason Nix. The White Sox had opened a 4-run advantage. Rays trimmed it to 2. Now it's 3. And a strike call. 1-1.
And Jeff Cox is going to come down, give a long look to Juan Pierre, then he's going to go over and talk to Vizquel and say it's on or it's not on, verbally. Vizquel is such a veteran. Look, there's no reaction either way. You wouldn't know if he said yes or no. He's so smart.
A 1-1 count. And they're pitching out, and he was coming down the line. They've got him hung up, and Jaso puts the tag on him. So the Rays sniff it out, calling for the pitch away. And Vizquel caught in the rundown.
Well, you couldn't tell by Omar's reaction because Jeff Cox said it's on. So Omar, not his fault. There's a great job by the Rays smelling it. What's the difference? You get 2 bases open anyway. Pierre's not an RBI guy. He's a good bunter, but nothing you can do with that. That's just Joe Madden and the staff doing a great job, and Jaso running down Vizquel.
So that takes care of Vizquel. 2 outs in the inning.
I love that look by Vizquel, though. I mean, you know, you see a lot of younger players kind of react or kind of their eyes.
There was nothing.
Right. No reaction.
Down to third. Longoria takes care of that. Pierre's out of there. Chicago adds a run. We go to the bottom of the 8th. 8-5 Chicago.
where we are going to talk about every item for one final time here, leading up to our final bids, which are going to be the last out of the ninth inning. There you see what we have in store for you. The 2010 All-Star trip, hitting lessons from Evan Longoria, the trip for 2 to Minnesota, the trip for 2 to Cleveland, the party for 16 at the Suite at Tropicana Field. To place a bid, call 866-925-4433. We still have those Rays fan packs available. The $150 purchase, you're saving $100 on that. It's a $250 value. That's a different number. Here you see what we have in store. Here's the big board. 2010 All-Star trip, as Shannon keeps us updated. $4,000 the current bid for the Basso family. Hitting lesson with Evan Longoria, $3,500 for the Doyle family. Trip for 2 to Minnesota, $2,200 for the Kutchman family. The Woolwine family currently has a high bid on the trip to Cleveland, $2,600. And so far, the big ticket item has been the $6,000 bid on the Rays suite for 16 from the Wood family. Guys, less than just over 1 inning left to bid, so get your bids in for the Rays broadcast auction benefiting Pinellas Education Foundation and Hillsborough Education Foundation, guys.
And the Rays find themselves down by 3 as they play in the bottom of the 8th inning. Gabe Kapler hitting against the left-hander Thornton. Gabe pinch hitting has worked the count to 2-1. Boston beat Kansas City. That's a final 8-1. Kapler fouls it back. The Rays are down 8-5. David Ortiz hit a 2-run home run and 3 runs batted in that game as Lester goes to 6-2. Jason Varitek hit a home run as well in the Boston win over Kansas City. 3-2 the count.
Well, I gave Ned Yost my best scouting report on Ortiz. I said he's hitting the fastball in these days.
Kapler is out on strikes. He missed the fastball. So Thornton picks up his first strikeout.
Second baseman, number 1, Sean Rodriguez.
Yeah, that actually cut on him, too. I don't know if that was intentional or not, but that was the action the ball had.
Now it's Sean Rodriguez. Strike 1. Thornton finished the game the other night, Friday, to pick up his second save. It's an inning and a third, and he's ahead of Rodriguez 0-2. And a chopper headed to short. Ramirez takes care of that. Bobby Jenks has had an issue with a calf injury. He had a little tightness in his right calf. Oh, 2 the count. Or 2 outs with the bases empty. Beg your pardon. And the top of the order, Ben Zobrist steps in. A strike. This is a tough guy to get behind. As Rodriguez got down 0-2 and then hit that little soft chopper to short. Zobrist takes one low. It's 1-1.
Ben's had some 3 good at bats now in a row, and this lineup is interesting with Ben leading off. Crawford and Longoria, the first 3. They're putting up some numbers.
Well, the top 3 of the order today, 7 of 11 for the Rays. Yeah. Zobrist, Crawford, and Longoria. And there's a shot into left center field, and it's caught by Juan Pierre. Pierre takes an extra base hit away from Zobrist with that catch out there. The Rays are finished in the 8th. We go to the 9th, 8-5 Chicago.
the end of the game when it's your last chance to bid here. Item number 4, we've added an item to that. An Evan Longoria All-Star shirt is also added in addition to the trip for 2 to Cleveland, which includes airfare, stay at the Marriott Key Center, 2 tickets to 2 games, 2 passes to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as well, 4 tickets in addition to a Rays Saturday night concert series, any game of your choice for any concert. That includes on-field wristbands for the post-game concert, authentic Rays batting practice jersey, and an opportunity to get on the field. So all that plus the Evan Longoria jersey, and right now that bid is at $2,600. You can also help the Rays figure out a way to win in Cleveland. That's been a problem for Joe Madden the last 4 years. Guys, back to you.
All right, the 9th inning underway with Randy Choate facing the left-handed hitter A.J. Przinsky. The count's a ball and a strike. Grant Balfour's in the bullpen with Rios and Konerko due to follow. And a broken bat, ground ball to second. Zobrist now playing second, makes the play. Choate had to dodge the barrel end of the bat as he retires Przinsky. And now Joe Madden's going to come out and make a pitching change here. Here's that broken bat headed back to the mound.
Yeah, look out. Look out. Ping-ponging right by Randy Choate. Nice play by Ben.
So that's the first out. Grant Balfour is going to be the new pitcher. Back in a moment. Randy Choate gets credit for a full inning. Shields 5 1/3, Sodenstein 2, Choate 1, and now Balfour.
A 22nd game for Grant. We saw him the other night. It was a game that John Jaso had a couple pitches get by him off the tip of his glove. Grant, for the most part, has done a really good job. 21 strikeouts, only 3 walks.
He's on to face the right-handed bat of Alex Rios, who is 3 for 4. It's a nice strike away from him on the corner, a fastball to start it. Rays and Balfour trying to keep the White Sox right where they are. It's a 3-run deficit at the moment. Two balls and a strike. Now 3-1. Rios singled home a run in the first. He hit his 11th home run of the year in the third. Rays have had 13 hits, but the White Sox have had 14. And a foul ball back on a fastball. 3-2.
He is just so much quicker with that new setup of his. Talking about Rios, just his hands are down his belt, spread out. He's already in his load position. As long as he stays down there, doesn't come up out of it. His swing is short.
And he shoots it towards center field. Up to close. He got it. BJ with a diving grab straight ahead, just to his right. He takes an extra base hit away from Rios.
What a great play. He's going to lay out completely right here and save a double, probably a triple for Rios.
You know, Rios could be 5 for 5 today. Zobrist made a fine running catch in the 7th inning, and BJ turns in a heck of a play here in the 9th.
He's swung the ball hard 5 times today. He's had a super series, Rios. That's why he's their best hitter right now. He's been swinging like that all season. Great play by BJ.
Paul Konerko, which is low. Konerko has walked and doubled, has a run scored. The pop foul is out of play. 1-1. Got the post-game show coming up immediately following our game, and not only will we have, as usual, Todd Callis, but apparently Brian Anderson has decided that it's worth his time to be on the post-game, and Whit Watson will be there as well. Oh, a base hit to center field for Konerko.
Nice swing right there. Boy, he put his head down right on that ball.
2 outs with a runner at first. Marcotte about to step in. Kotsay 1 for 4 today. It's low. 1 ball and no strikes. It's the most hits the Rays have given up in a single game this year, 15. And a pop fly toward the line and left. Crawford is there. He's got it, and that will retire the side. So we'll go to the bottom of the 9th. It's 8-5 White Sox. Crawford with a 4-hit game. It's the 24th hit game of his career and the 4th he has had this year. He has had a 5-hit game. That was against Toronto in May of 06, and he fouls the first pitch away to open the bottom of the ninth, strike one. Tony Pena is busy in the bullpen for the White Sox as Matt Thornton opens the bottom of the ninth.
Yeah, and Foots had a lot of pitches yesterday. He came in yesterday.
And a strike call to Crawford, 0-2.
That gets Carl's batting average up to 323 as he sits right now here in the ninth.
That's high. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Carl with a run batted in today. Also picked up a steal, the 16th of the year. And a ground ball to third. Go to first in time. Nix to Konerko. And Ozzie Guillen's headed to the mound. Evan Longoria is due. The right-hander is going to get the call from the bullpen. We mentioned earlier that Jinx has had that issue with a tight calf. So we'll be back in a moment. Garza will start the road trip tomorrow night. We'll be with you on Sun Sports from Toronto. Brandon Morrow for the Blue Jays, 7 o'clock. Here's Evan Longoria to face Tony Pena. The pitch is high. Pena worked a third of an inning in the game last night. Gave up a hit and a walk. 1-1.
Well, looked like it might have been up a little bit.
Swing and a miss. A fastball. And around 94.
Okay, everything's up the top of the zone here up to Pena.
Two and two. Peavy worked 5 1/3. Santos 2/3. Thornton worked 2 1/3. It was extended a little bit. And now the count goes full to Evan. Boy, it almost seemed as if you believe in fate, that it might have been against the Rays today, because Tien left with the injured middle finger on his right hand, and Nix replaced him. It was Nix who hit the grand slam. There's a shot to center field, and Rios has room and range and makes the catch for the out. And then Konerko made that phantom tag on Longoria to end an inning. Pierre made that catch with the assistance of a fan in left that ended the 7th inning. That would have made it a 1-run game with the potential tying run in scoring position, either at second or third. And then Pierre made that fine catch on the ball hit by Zobrist in the 8th. So just a string of occurrences there that worked against the Rays, and they're down by 3, 2 outs in the 9th.
Yeah, they really did. I think the good news is the last couple of nights, seen some really good at bats, much better at bats all the way through the lineup, and that's good news.
Strike the count to Pena.
Some louder outs today also.
0-2 the count to Carlos.
I mean, Zobrist could be 4 for 5. We talked about Rios could be 5 for 5. Ben hit 2 ropes also, one at Rios and one at Pierre.
That's right.
Along with the home run and the single. Evan just hit that ball well to center field.
And Pena waves and misses. This one is all over. And the White Sox have beaten the Rays. It's an 8-5 final here. 3 hours and 14 minutes time of this game. Beebe will get the win. Shields the loss. For Kevin Kennedy, Todd Callis, Brian Anderson, and Whit Watson, Dwayne Stats. Hope you've enjoyed the telecast. If not, the outcome. A reminder now, Rays Live, the postgame, is coming up next. Rays start the road trip tomorrow in Toronto, and we'll be with you at 7 o'clock.